Hey Travis kiddos, happy Tuesday. I'm continuing my purple for Month of the Military Child here. Let's go over the reading work for the day. So I didn't really introduce the sight words as well as I normally do yesterday. So we'll go over the sight words. I have stand up, sit down. I have a new thing that we haven't done on YouTube yet, but we're going to read some nonsense words using our sound for the week, ow. I'll go over the Your Turn workbook pages and what you're reading today. So first things first, let's do those sight words. I apologize for not introducing them properly yesterday, but the first word is color, C-O-L-O-R. The bird is a bright color. My favorite color is purple, so that works out great for this month. Okay, second word, nothing, N-O-T-H-I-N-G, nothing. There is nothing left in this can. I have nothing to eat. O-H. So this one we use sometimes, but it is more of an exclamation, like, oh, look at that beautiful tree. Or, oh, our marching band has a great sound. Thought, T-H-O-U-G-H-T. He thought the jet was much too loud. She thought that the band played beautifully. Early, E-A-R-L-Y, early. Early morning can be very quiet. I woke up early today. Instead, I-N-S-T-E-A-D. I tried to whisper instead of shouting. Or I want apple pie instead of ice cream. So those are your sight words this week. I'm going to go through them and say them with you. Then I'll go through them again for you to do on your own. So instead, color, nothing, oh, thought, early. Now it's your turn. So you did have a chance to read those in the Reading Writing Workshop book online. Yesterday, I showed you those pages. You had a chance to practice them in the Your Turn workbook on page 248. So hopefully you already got into those a little bit, but now you have a little more practice with them. Okay, so in the Your Turn practice book, I said I'd go over this page because the O-U, O-W can be a little tricky to figure out which which diphthong goes where. So the first one, the word with the ow sound, is house. House, it's an O-U. Next one, crown, is an O-W. Brow, like eyebrow, is O-W. Mouse is O-U. Clown is O-W. So if you did this already and you need to check it, great. If you need to fix anything, great. Go for it. Today in your Turn workbook, you're also going over the vocabulary words for this week. Scrambled and suddenly. So scrambled has a couple of meanings. It can be an adjective talking about scrambled eggs, right? Or it can be a verb talking about trying to get somewhere but kind of stumbling as you go. So we have in our Reading Writing Workshop book, there's a picture of goats scrambled up the rocks. So it's not super easy to just climb up the rocks quickly, but they're scrambling because it's hard to get a grip and the rocks might move a little bit. Okay, so scrambled. I scrambled on the loose stones. Or you can think of a sentence. You're going to be writing one and drawing a picture in Your Turn workbook, page 249. And your other word, suddenly. The sky suddenly lit up brightly. Suddenly. So you can write a sentence and draw a picture for suddenly. Get creative with that. Have fun. If you can't think of your own sentence, you can use the ones from the workbook, from the Reading Writing Workshop book to help you, and you could just rewrite that. That's an option. So Before I get to the other work for today, I want to do stand up, sit down, and reading the nonsense words. So remember, stand up if the word has the ow sound in it. Sit down if it does not. You could stand up, you could do a thumbs up, thumbs down, you can yes, no, you can say yes, no. Up to you how you want to do it, but play along. So, loud. Yep. Proud. Yep, that's an ow word. Pad. Sit down. Shout. Shot. Snout. Not. Shower. Power. Cat. Stone. Hour. Horn. Score. Sour. That one has an ow sound in it. Okay, so nonsense word. I hope you guys did great on that game. I'm sure you did. If you want to do a second round of it, just rewind and do it again. Nonsense words. These are not real words. They won't make sense. They're kind of silly, but it's a good way to practice those phonics skills and make sure that you understand and use them properly, whether you can read the word or not. It helps you with decoding because when you get to a new word, you want to be able to sound it out and figure it out correctly. So nonsense words are a great way to practice that. So all of these are going to have the ow sound in it. We know OW can make O as well, but today, because we're focusing on ow, all of these are going to make the ow sound. Okay, so p, owd, powd. I'm going to let you try the others for a second before I get to them. See if you can read them. You can also pause because I'm going to go ahead. So, next one, Ralph. Ralph. Not a word. Auk. Stouk. Not a word, but we're using the ow sound. Aub. Maub. Aup. Kraup. Auks. Lauks. So that's a fun little thing to do. If you want to think up your own nonsense words and practice them, that please go ahead because it's a lot of fun and it's pretty silly to think up your own nonsense words there. Okay, let's get back to the work for the day. So you already know, because I went over, your workbook page 249, writing a sentence with scrambled and suddenly, and drawing pictures of what your sentence is. Also in your turn workbook, you have Dad's Game. So Dad's Game is the paper reader, so you know the drill. Don't peek, and you get 1 minute to read as much as you can, okay? 60 seconds on the clock. So just try to do the best you can. If you can try to not just zip through everything really fast and try to do good inflection, intonation. If someone's talking, you see the quotation marks around the words, you could do it like they're talking. So try to make it sound like a good story, not just reading fast, right? So read through. If you get to the end, you go ahead, start again. You can count the title too if you read that. So read Dad's Game, 1 minute, and go. Then you, of course, have to pause if you're going to do it right now. Then count up the words correct. Same as it has been the past few weeks. Your words read minus the errors equals your words correct score. Then go ahead and read through it again one more time fully, whether you did or not in the 1 minute. Read through it fully so that you have good understanding of it. That will help when we do our second read, which is more than a second read for us, but when we do that final read later in the week. And it helps you to understand the story when we have to go back and answer the questions tomorrow. So that is the Your Turn workbook for today. You're also going to reread Now What's That Sound in your Reading Writing Workshop book on Connect Ed on Launchpad. So reread Now What's That Sound, and we are working on the problem and solution again this week. So read the problem, the steps to the solution, and the solution. So you can you can practice that with this story and any other story you're reading. You could think about that when you read Dad's Game, because we're going to be doing a workbook page with problem and solution tomorrow. So start thinking about that while you read. Also, you are going to read your leveled reader. Now, these leveled readers are fun this week. They're about sounds. So you might be reading Thump, Jangle, Crash, or Down on the Farm, or Going on a Bird Walk. And you'll notice the second text in the leveled reader this week is about how to. It'll be how to make either maracas or a rain stick or a wind chime. So that'll be a job later in the week, or if you're ready now, you can go ahead and make one of those. It's a fun little project. But read the stories, the texts about sounds, and you can read about how to make something there. If you have time for independent reading today, great, go for it, have fun with that. I also included a link. It's a long video, but I went over all the games that are on Connect Ed through the Games tab. So if you want to play any of the phonics, comprehension, sight word, spelling games, any of those, I walked you through each of them. So have fun with those today. Enjoy and happy learning.